things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to Sooner Nation in Gaylord Family Oklahoma Memorial Stadium. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Oregon Ducks, taking on the winners of 4 straight, the Oklahoma Sooners. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollock from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. And the Sooners will put toe to leather and we'll get started. Just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. On the run, it's Meyer. Got room at the 35. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down. No matter what uniform the Ducks are rocking, they are dressed for success on the ground.
Yeah, and that's who they are, right? They're dressed for success. They run the football, and then after that, what do? They run it some more, and they run it fast. Every Oregon team always been built on that tempo and ground game.
Virtually unblocked, and he stopped for a loss of 8.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D-linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. To the air, it's McCord. Got his man. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
And the offense here dialed up a really good zone beater. Give credit to the offensive coordinator. He called the right play at the right time.
Sooner Nation bearing down on this offense on this huge third down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Quick strike complete. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. What do? You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
The Ducks will try to pin them back with the punt. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Defense fills those gaps. He's got 1 to the 28.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll leave it with him. Find some fresh air. Breaks into the open. Just keep moving this thing forward. He's out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 37-yard line. You know, Oklahoma's DNA is being tough. They have a whole drill about being tough named after them, the Oklahoma drill, and they won that one.
Yeah, and we've seen that kind of come and go some throughout the years, but it started with serious physicality back in the day when they ran the option and just hit you in the mouth. But, you know, football's involved, and that's the one thing about this offense. Can they keep their physicality and assert their physicality? The good Oklahoma teams are physical.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Might be calling a hot route. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Here's a heat. And the misconnection on 3rd down.
And this offense coming out slow, man. Kind of frustrating because you had that bye week last week. What do? You go back and self-scout, look at yourself. What can I do better? And then you come out in the first quarter and you're not playing great out the gates. They got to find themselves in a little rhythm, knock off some of that bye week rust.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Back to pass, it's McCord. Here comes the heat. Grabbed in the backfield, it's Austin. And they pick up just a few on that completion. And the Ducks want to pick up the tempo. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the 1st down?
That's a nice play on offense there. And how about the tight end getting out of his stance and working his way across the field, using his speed to clear the defense and make the catch.
The Ducks will snap it on 1st and 10. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Makes the catch. It's Myers. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
The Ducks now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Looking to fire. Caught in the backfield, it's Meyer. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down mark. The Sooner fans booming. A cacophony of noise at the Palace on the Prairie on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly out to the tight end. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down. 4th down, and this crowd trying to help this defense rise to the occasion. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. And the Ducks looking to convert on 4th down. Quick release on the RPO. And he'll have to check his feelings after that lick, but he did get the 1st down.
Well, the gamble pays off offensively. 4th down, being aggressive, and they throw for it. How about the job the receiver does winning his route and giving his quarterback a place to go with the football?
They'll try to get outside. Oh, better look out. Oh, he's got some space. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. First play of the period, first down here. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. DB's right up on the receivers. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world, so he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
He did not make it a stone wall on third down. And on fourth down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. No good. After the miss, no change in the score.
Hey, sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man. Just go for it every time. Like, the field goal miss, make great. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but we left some points off the scoreboard there.
Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Quarterback may change this route. Going to swing it on second down. And his throw is incomplete. After the second down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. He'll pull it down. Took care of it himself. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36.
On the 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, it's the scrambling ability of this quarterback that goes and picks up the first down. He was so calm back there. He never got flustered. Nobody open, no problem. If you give this guy 1 yard to run, he's going to tuck it and take off, and that's exactly what happened there.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something.
Turning it on! He's at the 40. He's at the 20. Touchdown Sooners! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that. He can go that far to the house, create big plays, shows you a little bit of vision, shows you a little bit of burners. When he kicked it in gear, got the long touchdown.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They're looking for something, looking for anything to try to put some kind of score on the board, down 7-0.
Great job on the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
The Ducks have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Power football with the run. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets him out to the 25-yard line. The give to the tailback. On 4th and 7, analytics, gut feel, or maybe just wanting to keep the offense out there. They'll go for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not.
And I tell you what, I can justify when it's really short, but when it's 4th and medium on your side of the territory, man, that success rate continues to plummet down, and now they've just set this offense up in really good position.
The Sooners in the hurry-up. Give to the running back. Noses ahead to the 30-yard line, a pickup of 1.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Looking down the middle. Got him downfield. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8.
And that's a really good example of a quarterback and his intended target both being on the same page. The timing was almost perfect on that play. That's why they were able to convert the 3rd down, now setting up 1st and goal.
The Sooners trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. On the option. He'll toss it. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And I think that time the quarterback made the wrong read. He was trying to pitch it. He didn't have to, though. There was a lot of green grass and space out in front of him. If he just holds on to that football, he might not score a touchdown, but he's definitely going to be able to at least get positive yards. I think that's a play on the option the quarterback would like to have back.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And the offense, they don't choose to go downhill, be physical. They try to get it on the perimeter. Stay away from some of those defensive linemen. But you can tell DBs, linebackers, not scared. Nice job playing fast, trusting their eyes, and forcing the 3rd down.
On the read. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself, gets in for the score.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Dropping back, it's McCord. Steps away. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. Interception. You don't see him make that kind of mistake very often. Got room on the return. Touchdown Sooners. The defense takes matters into its own hands. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? With a lot of time left, there's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Quickly complete. That's some old school, hard-nosed, tough running as he powers his way to the 30. The Ducks racing to the line in the hurry-up. Wants to fire on second down. Trying to beat the DD. He's got it down the left. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's McCord. Hauls it in. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1. And the Ducks with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They'll go up top on 2nd and short. Fires to the big fella. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Trying to make magic on the scramble. That should be the final play of the first half.
Gain of 9. First down for the offense.
That's going to wrap up the first half here. And now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Ducks will line up to kick off and start the second half. And he's not going to take the touchback. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Not sure they had to adjust much as they'll try to build on this lead. They'll keep it on the ground to start the second half. Got the first down and still on his feet. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
Yeah, run the football. You're ahead. You can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass. This keeps everything in balance for this offense.
And the Sooners want to move quickly.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again. Back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
There he goes. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Pass the sticks, and he may get more. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. The Sooners will snap it on 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
Connection to the right. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you can get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
To be honest, I think the quarterback was a little bit surprised himself at the play call that came in that time. You've got a 3-possession lead here in the third quarter of this game. You're probably expecting some short throws, some runs. And this play caller is still asking for shot plays. And listen, you're the quarterback. You're happy to oblige. When you've got the playmakers you have offensively, just keep chucking.
Looking for just one more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Wide receiver going in motion. The jet sweep pass. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And they take it in for 6 more points. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. So a scoring drive there of 83 yards. It was capped off by a 1-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. Breaks into the open. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down.
And the old school toss play, huh? A little just toss to the right, get the running back on the run. A little bit more space, too, out wide where you can see, like, oh, where am I going to go? Where's the hole, as opposed to when you run right up the gut. So I like the mix-up.
Makes the grab on the right. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
Got rid of it just in time.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Dropping back, it's McCord. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. The Ducks are in the hurry-up.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Just keep slinging it right down the middle. Looking for the goal line. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing.
And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Ducks!
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
They'll line up to go for 2. He's looking to throw. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he's going to bring this one out. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive to try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
The Sooners in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Running to the left. Stop behind the line of scrimmage, and that is a rare sight for this defense today against this guy.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Rifles it down the middle. Pulls it in down the sideline. And it looked as if he might take that one all the way to the house. Just ran out of a little steam. The defense finally got it. And the Sooners have it with a 1st and 10. They'll go to the ground. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the 1st down play.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Oh, there's a loose football on the bad pitch. We reached the quarter break with Oklahoma on top. This has been utter domination through 3 quarters, and the stats will back that up. After swapping into the field, they gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. A strike downfield. And he goes down right there, but a solid pickup, and it'll be a 1st down.
Well, I love play callers that want to stay aggressive, regardless of what the score is, regardless how much time is left on the clock. And I promise you this, there are a lot of fans, there are a lot of teams all across college football that are paying attention to what is happening right now.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to...
Oh, he's got some space. And he put his foot in the ground and turned it upfield and turned it into a big play. Great decision to keep it. The Sooners will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's knocked down for a loss of 7. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Wants to go up top. Unleashes to the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
I just love the fact that the defense is out there and they're still battling and they're still fighting. Obviously, they're way down here late in the 4th quarter, but they still think they have a chance to win. Don't tell them the game's over. That's a great individual effort on that interception.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong. Lets it fly. Snags it on the right. Shoved out of bounds after a big gain. They'll mark it at the plus 42.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
Shoots it to the left. Intercepted. Big